Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and to another video. I'm Sally and this is Secret Life of a Seamstress. I hope you're all well. So today's video is going to be a kind of catch-up video. I've got some lovely new fabrics to share with you and some plans of things I'd like to get sewn up over the next few weeks and things like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to sharing those things with you today. So as always, if you are new to my channel is all about sewing, fabric and everything to do with sewing. And sometimes some other crafts thrown in like knitting and things like that, but mainly sewing content. So if you love sewing too, I'd love you to consider subscribing and don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. So just to let you know what I'm wearing if you're interested, today I'm just wearing an Ogden cami, which I made quite a long time ago now, and it's just made from like an ivory crepe fabric, and I've fully lined it because it was quite see-through, so I just got it kind of half tucked in here, half tucked in, half out. But yeah, I just fully lined it because it was quite see-through, and I've just got it on with a cardigan from La Redoute. It's one of those days today where it's kind of really warm sometimes and then really cold when you go outside, so I'm actually quite hot at the moment. But yeah, really love this cardigan. I've only just discovered La Redoute. I think it came up as like an advert on Instagram or something, but I can't spend too much time on their website because I'll spend too much money. But yeah, really lovely online website kind of catalogue thing if you're interested. So let's get started with what I've got to share today. So first up, I have a really lovely art gallery cotton to show you. So this was gifted to me from Minerva as part of my brand ambassador project with them. So I will be just writing up a review of this fabric and posting it on my Minerva profile when I've made whatever I'm going to make. So this is a cotton fabric. It's art gallery, as I say. So if I hold it up, you can just see all the pretty colours in there, and I just absolutely loved all the bright colours in there. And I think it looks a little bit retro and a little bit vintage, and I really like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to sewing this up, and I think at the moment what I want to make with this is another Darling Ranges dress. And if you have watched any of my previous videos, you'll know how much I love the Darling Ranges dress, and I've made quite a few different versions, and I thought that this would just make a really lovely version of the Darling Ranges dress. So I'm just going to make the short sleeve version and put some really nice buttons down the front. I'm not sure what buttons I'm going to use yet. I do have some wooden ones, maybe some white plastic buttons would look nice. I don't know, or maybe I should pick out some of the colours in the florals on this. What do you think? Let me know what colour buttons you think I should use with this. But yeah, it's just so pretty, isn't it? I really, really like this. And I've got 3 meters of this because the art gallery cottons come up quite narrow. I think these are only about 110 centimetres wide. So you do need quite a lot of fabric when you are making like a dress or something from these cottons. But yeah, a bit unusual for me to go for a cotton actually. I haven't worked with cotton for quite a while, but sometimes it's just lovely to work with a cotton because it's so easy to work with, isn't it? So I'm really looking forward to sewing this up quite soon. So that's what I'm going to make with this one. And it does need an iron because I have pre-washed it and I've just kind of folded it up a little bit creased. So I'll be ironing that later. So another fabric that I have acquired is actually a cotton jersey. So this is art gallery again, as I say, and it's got this really lovely peacock design all over it. So it's a black jersey background with a kind of beige peacock design on it, and I really like the look of this. It's a really lovely soft jersey actually. It doesn't feel too kind of, sometimes cotton jerseys I think can feel a little bit kind of stiff, but this one feels really soft. It's the first art gallery jersey I've ever used actually, so it'll be really nice to sew this up and see how that goes. But yeah, with this I think I just want to make a really simple Agnes t-shirt because I've realised that I need just some kind of basic pretty t-shirts for summer. So yeah, just a simple project for that one, just a simple t-shirt, but I think it will be really nice in this print, and hopefully the simple design of the t-shirt will really show off the print of this lovely fabric. I'll link everything down below as well that I talk about today, as I always do, so that you can have a look for yourself if you'd like to. So next is a really, really pretty one. It's an art gallery rayon, this one, and it's one that I've been meaning to get for a while, and I got this one in the Minerva 25% off art gallery fabric sale as well. So I was really pleased that I managed to pick this up in the sale because, as we all know, art gallery fabrics, they're not the cheapest, but they are a really, really lovely quality. So yeah, I really love them at the moment. Anyway, this is part of the Amy Sinibaldi Velvet collection, and I did show a top I made in another rayon that she'd designed, and she'd designed 2 rayons as part of the Velvet collection, and this is the second one. And I'd been wanting to get my hands on some of this as soon as it came available in the UK, and I was really lucky to be able to pick this up, and I think it's still on the Minerva website, so I will link it down below in case you want to have a look for yourself. Yeah, this is a really dark background, and it has this really pretty kind of floral design, but also within that design there's some little bees and butterflies and things all within the sort of flowery kind of circle print. I don't know how to describe that, but it's a kind of floral circly print, and it's really, really pretty and so soft and floaty. And I absolutely love the colours in this. I really like dark colours at the moment actually, and I'm not normally a dark colours person for summer, but most of these fabrics that I'm going to share with you today are actually on a dark background, so perhaps I'm kind of swaying more towards dark colours this season. But yeah, I love this. And with this, I really want to make a Davenport dress by Friday Pattern Company. So if you haven't seen this pattern, it's only quite recently come out, and I think it's only in PDF format at the moment. I might be wrong, but I'll have a look and link below anyway. But yeah, I really like the look of the Davenport dress, and I keep seeing loads of lovely versions come up on Instagram that other people have made, and I really want to make one for myself. So I'm going to make a Davenport dress with this, I think, and I have 2.5 meters of this, which should be enough according to the pattern to make the dress up. It's a really pretty kind of summer dress. It has long sleeves actually, so it's kind of an in-between seasons style dress, but I think for the weather that we're having at the moment in the UK, it's been really chilly, so hopefully I'll still get some wear out of it before it gets too hot. But it has long sleeves with a frill at the shoulder, and then a kind of frill at the bottom of the dress, and it's belted in so it's fitted at the waist, and I just think it's so pretty, and I think this fabric will suit that dress really well. So that's what I'm going to make with this one. The Art Gallery rayons come up a little bit wider actually than the cottons. I think this is 140 centimetres wide. It's really quite wide, so I didn't need quite as much fabric for this dress as I did for my other cotton dress. So just something to note with the Art Gallery fabrics, they do come up a little bit narrower in cottons than they do in rayon. But yeah, I absolutely love this, and that's my plans for this fabric. And next, we recently ventured out to the shops finally, and we have quite a big John Lewis near to us, which still has the fabric and haberdashery department, and I hope John Lewis never get rid of that because I absolutely love going and having a little look around. And when we went the other day, they had quite a good fabric sale on, so I picked up 3 meters of this lovely fabric on a dark background again. So this is a black background with a really kind of vibrant pink, red and blue floral print all over it. And yeah, I absolutely love this. It's a viscose, so it's quite drapey, but also quite weighty, and it's not, I don't think it's see-through at all. It's quite opaque. So yeah, I absolutely love this, and I got 3 meters of this. And I want to make a Tilly and the Buttons Lyra dress with this. So the Lyra dress has been on my list of things to make for quite a while now, and I bought the pattern as soon as it came out, but I just haven't had time to get around to making it. So I'm really looking forward to giving that a try. I think that collar is going to be a bit of a challenge for me. I've never actually made a stand-up collar before, so that'll be something new to learn. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to giving the Lyra dress a try. It looks beautiful, and I've seen so many different versions around online. As always, I'm kind of stalking the hashtag on Instagram and seeing everyone else's lovely versions. And this fabric was so cheap. I think it was about £4.95 a metre, so I was able to pick up about 3 metres for under £15. Which was brilliant, and it will be a good kind of test fabric for me to try out the pattern and just see how it fits and everything before I kind of invest in maybe a nicer fabric after that. So yeah, really like this one. I'll see if I can find it anywhere else online to link below, because I don't think you can link John Lewis fabrics online. I'll check anyway and try and link it below if I can. But that's my 4th and final fabric and plans for the next few weeks. So those are all of my kind of fabrics that I've picked up over the last few weeks, and I'm just going to show you something that I'm working on at the moment. And it's really funny because I think the last time I made one of these kind of catch-up videos. I had another version of the same thing I'm going to show you now to show you, which is really weird. But I'm halfway through making another pair of Carolyn pyjamas, and I've made the top, and I'll just show you now. So here we are. This is the top of the latest pair of Carolyn pyjamas that I've been making. And guess what? It's another art gallery cotton. I really do love art gallery fabrics at the moment, it seems. But this was, again, gifted by Minerva as one of my brand ambassador posts, which I'll be writing up for them soon. But I've had this fabric for quite a while now. I think I did share it before in another fabric haul video. And yeah, I've been meaning to make up this pair of Carolyn pyjamas for a while. So this is a work in progress. I still have the shorts to make, but I'm loving how this has turned out so far. So my last pair of Carolyn pyjamas I made in a viscose, which turned out really nice and really comfy and floaty. This pair obviously is going to be in a cotton, so they'll feel slightly different to wear, but they were much more easy to work with to sew up. And I've used a navy contrast piping just around the collar and the seams and everything. And I found the piping quite hard to do in my last version because I'd used a bias binding tape and just folded it in half. This time I've used proper piping, and it was actually a lot easier to work with. Someone did tell me actually that that might be the case, and it is the case. I think that the piping itself is much easier to fit in than the bias tape. So yeah, I'm really enjoying making these up, and I just love this print. It's really good fun, isn't it? So this is in a melon colourway, I think it's called. It's kind of orangey, but quite a pale orange, and then it just has these really lovely darker orange and white really fun sunglasses all over it, and I thought that would make a great pair of pyjamas. So hopefully in my next makes video I'll be able to show you the shorts as well, but that's where I am with those, and I'm really loving how they're coming together at the moment. So next I have a new knitting project to share. So I've started something new. I shared in my most recent makes video that I'd finally finished my chunky rowan jumper. So I'd been looking for something a bit kind of lighter to knit for summer, and I was searching around on Love Crafts, and I came across this pattern, which I'll just put an image in of now because I don't have the paper pattern printed out or anything. I'm just doing it online. So yeah, I chose to make this pattern, and I had this rowan wool in my stash from something else. I've had it for quite a while, but I'd started knitting something with it and then I didn't like it, so I ended up undoing all of that. So I ended up having this kind of blue denim-y coloured wool left over. And it's a cotton cashmere, but it's double knitting weight. And yeah, I really kind of like the look of it. I always find that these kind of Sirdar and older style knitting pattern brands, they always look quite dated, I think, in their pictures. So I wasn't quite sure about this pattern at first, and I asked on Instagram, does anyone think this is a bit too old-fashioned? Or do you think it will knit up quite nice in the right kind of yarn or wool? And lots of people said that they thought it looked really nice, and if I wanted it to be more modern then I could kind of crop it. So I thought I'd give it a go in this lovely yarn, and this is how it's knitting up so far. So I'm on the back, I've only just recently started this, and the back is just stocking stitch, and then the two fronts have the leafy lace design on them. So yeah, this is where I'm at so far. The pattern actually says that you should kind of shape the back so that it goes in and then out again, kind of at a waist, which I've never really seen in a knitting pattern before, but I decided not to do that anyway. I'm gonna just do it kind of straight up with no decreasing in and out, because you end up with the same amount of stitches anyway. So I'm just gonna omit that shaping and just do it straight, and I think that'll probably make it look a little bit more modern, and it'll be a bit more my style that way. But yes, I'm really loving how this is knitting up, but it feels so weird after knitting that chunky jumper on big thick needles. It feels so weird to go back to sort of 4mm needles on double knitting wool, but I'm really enjoying sitting there knitting that in the evenings. And it's really nice just to have a really easy kind of stocking stitch project to do at the moment and just watch TV in the evenings and do that. So I will update you on my progress with that one over time. So finally, I just thought I'd quickly do a kind of what I'm reading and watching update, because I haven't done one of those for a while, probably because I'm not having a lot of time to read and watch things at the moment. I don't know where the time goes in the evenings, but by the time we sit down, I'm kind of ready for bed, so I'm not really reading or watching much, but I'm very slowly reading my way through this lovely book called The House at Riverton by Kate Morton. And it was really funny because my son actually bought this book for me for Mother's Day, and I was convinced that I'd read this before, but it must have been a good long while ago, because I think I thought that I'd read it while I was still working, which was a good 12 years ago now. And I always used to kind of read in my lunch break, and I thought I'd read it, but anyway, I thought I would read it again because I couldn't remember the plot line or anything like that. And I'm absolutely loving this book. I think it's a really nice read. It's kind of a sort of upstairs downstairs based book, the life of kind of the servants and the downstairs staff of a big house, and that kind of thing. And it kind of swaps between it's like an older lady telling the story of her life, and it swaps between her old age now and then her life when she was working at this house. And yeah, I just really like the story. Really nice to read, really kind of gentle to read in the evenings or in bed. So yeah, if anyone else has read this, you'll know how lovely it is. But I really like Kate Morton books. She often writes kind of stories set in the past, which I really like. So I'm actually on part 3 of this now. I'm kind of that far through it. You can see where my book is, and now I've kind of ground to a halt. So I really need to get back into this and start reading it again so that I can finish it and find out what happens. But yeah, that's a really lovely book if you're looking for something just nice to read in the evenings. In terms of what I'm watching, we've been watching something called Breeders in the evening, which is really quite funny. It's a little bit kind of sweary. The language in it is a bit questionable sometimes, but if you have kids, it's kind of a funny kind of thing about the life of parents with kids and things like that. So yeah, some of it's a bit extreme, but it's actually quite funny and relatable if you're parents with young children. So that's been quite nice to kind of watch in the evenings, and it's been a really nice, easy watch. So I'd recommend that if you kind of like parent-based comedies and things like that. It's kind of similar to Motherland, if you've watched that, just about like life as parents and the funny things that happen with children. So that's been really nice to watch in the evening. And also we are finally making our way slowly through Line of Duty. So we haven't watched any of Line of Duty, and we kind of got to the stage where we thought, oh, there's about 5 series that we're going to have to catch up on. Everyone obviously everywhere is talking about Line of Duty and how amazing it is. So we thought, a bit fed up of missing out on this now. Maybe we should watch Line of Duty and see what all the fuss is about. So we're about 2 or 3 episodes in, making our way very slowly through the first series. But I am really enjoying it at the moment. And I think kind of switching between that and this Breeders show is like a nice balance at the moment, because Line of Duty is obviously quite heavy going, but Breeders is quite light-hearted and funny at times. So if you are a Line of Duty fan, or if you've watched it, let me know if I should stick with it, because we do have quite a few episodes to go to catch up with where it is at on the telly now. It feels like a bit of a long slog, but I think it'll be worth it if it's as good as everyone says it is. So I think that's everything I have to share today. I hope you like my fabrics and the patterns that I've chosen to pair them with. Let me know if you think I should make anything different with the fabrics I've shared, and also let me know what you're up to and what you're sewing. I always love to hear that too. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and please do leave the video a like if you've enjoyed it, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Have a lovely day, whatever you're up to, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!